What if the back pain, the stiff knees, and that frustrating feeling of instability when you walk were not caused by aging at all, but by one silent muscle failure happening deep inside your body right now? And what if fixing it required no gym, no weights, and no getting down on the floor? If you are over 60, here is something most doctors never tell you. Your glutes, the largest, most powerful muscle group in your entire body, may have essentially shut down. Not from injury, not from disease, simply from years of sitting. This hidden condition, known clinically as gluteal amnesia, causes your nervous system to gradually lose its ability to activate these critical muscles. And when that happens, your body does not just compensate, it panics. The entire load of your body weight gets brutally redirected onto your lower back and your knee joints, which were never designed to carry it alone. Research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society confirms that this exact type of pelvic muscle weakness is one of the leading predictors of dangerous falls in older adults. A single misstep can become a life-changing injury. But here is the question most people never ask. What if you could wake those muscles back up, starting today, from the comfort of your own home? In this video, you will discover a precise 5-step sequence specifically designed for adults over 60 to reactivate dormant glute muscles, relieve chronic back and knee pain, restore balance, and rebuild the physical confidence you thought was gone forever. No floor work, no heavy weights, and no special equipment required. Before we get into it, can you do us a quick favor? Like this video and subscribe to join our healthy community. Also, let me know, how old are you, and where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I'll take the time to read every single one. Alright, let's get started. Exercise number 5. Standing hip extension. Kicking off our list at number 5 is the standing hip extension. And there is a very specific reason we start here. This movement directly targets the gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in your body and your single most important natural shock absorber. Better yet, it does all of this while you are fully upright, so there is absolutely no need to get down on the floor. To get into position, stand tall facing your kitchen counter or the back of a sturdy, heavy chair. Rest both hands lightly on the surface in front of you, not to hold yourself up, but simply to give your brain a feeling of security and stability. Now, shift your weight gently onto your left leg, and here is a detail that most people overlook. Keep a very slight soft bend in that standing knee. Never let it lock straight. Locking the knee transfers pressure directly onto the joint instead of the muscle, and that is exactly what we are trying to avoid. Take a slow breath in, gently brace your core, and with your right leg kept perfectly straight, slowly push your foot backward behind you. Now, this is critical. You do not need a large range of motion here. We are not trying to kick high. Move your leg back just a few inches, only until you feel a firm, unmistakable squeeze firing in the back of your hip. That sensation is your gluteus maximus waking up. Exhale as you push back, hold that contraction tightly for 2 full seconds, then slowly inhale as you return your leg to the starting position, taking a full 3 seconds on the way down. Complete 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions on each leg, with 30 to 45 seconds of rest between sets. The mistake that kills the effectiveness of this exercise and risks injury is arching your lower back or tilting your chest forward just to swing the leg higher. More height does not mean more results. It only means your spine is doing the work instead of your glutes. Keep your torso tall and proud throughout every single repetition. A comprehensive electromyography study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science confirmed that this standing extension powerfully activates the gluteal muscle fibers while simultaneously shielding your lumbar spine from the compression forces that cause chronic back pain. Exercise number 4. Standing hip abduction. Coming in at number 4 is the standing hip abduction, and we are staying right at that kitchen counter. Same position, same safety, but a completely different target. While the last exercise worked the back of your hip, this one shifts focus to the outer side, an area that is almost universally weak in adults over 60 and directly responsible for the wobbling and instability you may feel with every single step you take. Stand tall with your chest lifted, your gaze forward, and both hands resting lightly on your support surface. Take a breath, brace your core gently, and slowly lift one leg directly out to the side. Now listen carefully. Do not try to kick your leg high. That is not the goal. and it will actually work against you. Lift just 3 to 4 inches off the floor, only until you feel the outer side of your buttocks start to engage and burn. That is the exact muscle we are after. Hold that position for 1 full second at the top, then lower your leg back down slowly and with complete control. Perform 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions on each side. There is one non-negotiable rule for this movement. Your torso must stay perfectly still throughout. Think of your upper body as a marble statue, completely frozen, completely upright. The moment you start leaning sideways over the counter to lift your leg higher, you have stopped training your hip and started straining your lower back. If that is happening, simply lower the range of motion. Smaller movement done correctly will always beat a larger movement done wrong. Here is what makes this exercise so remarkably powerful. Clinical research published in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy shows that this lateral movement directly activates the gluteus medius, a deep stabilizing muscle that most people have never consciously felt in their entire lives. And the benefit is double-sided. While the lifting leg is training one hip, the standing leg is working just as hard, contracting forcefully to keep your pelvis level against gravity. That coordinated stability is precisely what stops your knees from collapsing inward when you climb stairs, step off a curb, or walk across an uneven surface. One of the most common triggers of chronic knee pain in older adults. Exercise number 3, side-lying hip abduction. For number 3, we are making a significant change, and your body is going to thank you for it. We are stepping away from the counter entirely and moving to your mattress for the side-lying hip abduction. This transition is not just about comfort. By getting onto a firm, flat surface, you completely eliminate any risk of losing your balance, and that matters more than you might think. When your brain is not busy managing the fear of falling, your nervous system can redirect its full attention to the one thing that counts: firing the right muscles. Lie down on your side in a comfortable position. Bend your bottom knee slightly and let it rest against the mattress. This acts as a natural anchor that keeps your body stable throughout the movement. Your top leg stays perfectly straight. Now here is the most important technical detail of this entire exercise, so pay close attention. Rotate your top leg inward from the hip joint so that your toes point slightly downward toward the mattress. Not straight ahead, not upward, slightly down. Once you're in that position, take 2 full seconds to slowly raise your straight leg upward toward the ceiling. Pause briefly at the top, feeling the contraction in your outer hip. Then take 3 full seconds to lower it back down with complete control. Never just drop the leg. The slow lowering phase is where a significant portion of the muscle strengthening actually happens. Complete 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg, resting a full minute between sets to allow proper recovery. Now, why does that toe angle matter so much? It is not a random detail. According to clinical data published in the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy, rotating the leg inward so the toes point downward actively switches off the dominant thigh muscles, which have a habit of jumping in and stealing the work away from the hip. With those muscles disengaged, your deep hip stabilizers are forced to take on the full load of the movement, exactly where you need the strength to build. The payoff is significant. This precise positioning has been clinically shown to align the femur bone properly within the hip socket, reducing the grinding and deterioration that causes chronic knee pain over time. Exercise number 2, the glute bridge. Holding strong at number 2 is one of the most effective glute rebuilding movements ever developed for older adults, the standard glute bridge. And the best part? You are already exactly where you need to be. Stay right there on your mattress because this exercise is perfectly designed to be done either just before you go to sleep at night or the moment you wake up in the morning. Before you even put your feet on the floor, lie flat on your back and bend both knees, placing your feet flat on the mattress roughly hip-width apart. Let your arms rest naturally down by your sides with your palms turned upward. This keeps your shoulders open and relaxed rather than tense. Before you lift anything, take a moment to prepare your spine. Gently tuck your tailbone and press your lower back softly against the mattress. This small adjustment places your spine in a neutral, protected position and ensures that your glutes, not your back, do the work that follows. Now drive your heels firmly down into the mattress. You can even curl your toes slightly off the surface to confirm that all the pressure is concentrated in your heels. From there, push your hips straight up toward the ceiling in a slow, controlled motion. Keep rising until your body forms a clean diagonal line running from your knees all the way down through your hips to your shoulders. At the top of the movement, pause and deliberately squeeze your glutes together as powerfully as you can for 2 full seconds. Then lower your hips, back down slowly and with intention. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, moving at a pace that lets you feel every phase of the exercise. If you feel this in your lower back instead of your glutes and hamstrings, slow down and recheck your foot position and that initial tailbone tuck. What makes this movement clinically exceptional is its relationship with gravity. Because your body is horizontal, there is zero vertical compression pressing down on your spinal discs. Your vertebrae are completely free from that crushing load, yet your glutes are working at maximum intensity. That combination, deep muscle activation with total spinal protection, is precisely what builds the functional strength that makes standing up from a low chair feel effortless again. Exercise number 1, the isometric glute squeeze. We have finally arrived at number 1. And this movement will surprise you. No equipment, no balance required, no joint movement whatsoever. In fact, to someone watching from across the room, it will look like you are doing absolutely nothing at all. But inside your body, something powerful and deeply restorative is happening. This is the isometric glute squeeze, and it earns the top spot because it attacks the root cause of gluteal amnesia directly. The broken connection between your brain and your muscles. Here is the core idea. Your glutes did not weaken simply because you got older. They weakened because your nervous system gradually stopped sending strong signals to activate them. Decades of prolonged sitting essentially taught your brain to ignore these muscles. So before any exercise can truly rebuild them, your nervous system needs to remember they exist. That is precisely what this movement does. You can perform this anywhere, at any time, in any position. Lying in bed in the morning, sitting on the couch during your favorite show, standing at the kitchen counter waiting for your coffee. It does not matter. Simply bring your full mental focus to your glute muscles. Block out everything else and consciously clench them together as tightly as you possibly can, as if you are trying to hold something between them. Squeeze with genuine intensity. Hold that burning contraction for 5 to 10 full seconds, and then release completely. That is 1 repetition. Perform 10 consecutive repetitions per session, and aim to repeat this 3 to 4 times spread throughout your day. Because there is absolutely no joint movement involved, there is zero wear on your cartilage, zero strain on your tendons, and zero risk of injury. You could do this every single day without recovery concerns. The science behind it is compelling. A pivotal study published in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science demonstrated that these isolated isometric contractions actively help realign the pelvic bones and produce a measurable reduction in chronic lower back pain. Every squeeze sends a direct electrical signal from your brain to your dormant hip muscles, essentially a wake-up call that gets louder and more effective with each repetition you perform over time. It is the simplest movement on this entire list, and without question, the most important one to make a permanent daily habit. The secret to making this protocol work is not intensity. It is consistency. You do not need to exhaust yourself or break a sweat. Simply choose 2 or 3 of these movements and show up for them every single day. If you feel a warm, burning sensation in the muscle, you are doing it right. If you feel sharp joint pain, stop and rest. Stay committed, and within weeks, you will notice the difference. Steadier balance, less daily pain, and a quiet confidence returning to every step you take. Your body is far more capable of healing than you may believe. If this video helped you, please share it with a friend or family member over 60 who needs this. Hit the like button, drop a comment telling us which exercise you are starting with today, and subscribe so you never miss our next health guide. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Now go move, stay consistent, and stay healthy.